What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph? You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight... Alright, we're coming back to Metallica. Yes, indeed, Metallica Fans FEELIN YOU. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to do all the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi-boobidi-bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This is a request from Metallica Hamulhetru. And Metallica Hamulhetru wanted to see me react to this song by Metallica called Frantic. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, hang on, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Will Weems, okay, and the video has 1,241 views. Not gonna get you there, sorry. Now look, I'm sure the song is fine, I'm sure the video is fine, I'm just saying, you know, 1,241 views, it's not gonna get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Metallica, Frantic, Slane Castle. Is it Meath or Meath? I don't know. I'm gonna go with Meath. I have a feeling that's what it is. Meath, Ireland, June 8th, 2019. So we have a live performance. Always good to see. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Everybody's up on the neck, playing the octaves. Oh, halftime feel, okay. Back to straight time. Back to the strap time.
Research goes on. Research goes on. Keep searching. Keep on searching. Research goes on.
I'm digging this. First of all, let me just get that out of the way. I am digging this. That call and response between Kurt's guitar playing and James's vocals. I like how they're doing it. Usually, when you hear call and response between vocal and guitar, it's usually led by vocals and answered by guitar. In here, it's being led by guitar and being answered by vocals. I like that switch. That's pretty awesome. I dig that. I love the play with feel that they're doing here, switching between that halftime feel and that straight time feel. Between the two of them, don't get me wrong, I like the whole thing. I like everything they're doing, but if I'm being honest here, I'm digging that halftime groove more than the straight time groove. That halftime feel in this song feels good. It feels raw. It feels dirty. I like it.
Oh, don't grovel. One thing I can't stand is people groveling.
I really like it. Now, when they're doing the straight time, don't get me wrong, there's nothing they're doing wrong. It's tight, it's clean, it's powerful, it's aggressive, it's all the things I like. But there's just something about that halftime groove, man. I'm really digging it. Really digging it. Let's keep going here. Let's see where this goes. Here we go again. I like that. I really do. You would think that something so simple as a call and response would not be such a big deal. But for some reason, that is like the biggest deal of the song for me so far. I like, now don't get me wrong, I'm enjoying the whole song. I am. I'm digging it. But there's just something about the way they're doing the call and response, starting with guitar, answering with James's vocals, that is just really doing it for me. Do not ask me why. The only explanation I have is because it's different. It's unique. It's not what you normally hear or would expect from a call and response between vocals and guitar. Like I said earlier, you would normally expect, and what you normally get is vocals responded by guitar. In this case, it's the other way around. I'm digging that approach. I really am. That riff. Yeah, man. It's the fourth. Huh. 4, flat 5. No, wait, hold on. Or is it the 5th? Okay, well, let's find out, shall we? First of all, where's the root? D? D flat. Okay, they're not even going to the third. It's literally 4 and flat 5. Da 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 da. Huh. What would that be? 4, flat 5, 4. It's an interesting riff. I mean, I know I've more than likely I've heard a similar riff, but I don't think I've ever heard that exact riff. Flat 5, 4, da da da, down to the root, to the 4, 4, 5, 4, 5, da 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 da. Oh, hold on. They're skipping the transition back to the 4. 4, 5, root 4. Da 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 da. Are they going back to the root there? Hold on a second. That's a variation. That's not exactly the same as they did at the beginning. I'm not able to find that original riff that I heard like that they were doing at the beginning. But in any case, playing around the flat 5 to the 4 to the root. I think that's what it is. I think it's flat 5, 4, root. Flat 5, 4, root. And then resolve back up to the 4 to set up back to the flat 5 again. Really cool riff. I'm digging that. The use of that devil tritone, that flat 5, man. I'm digging it. I'm absolutely digging it. I'm still geeking out over that call and response. I don't know why. I don't know why that's such a big deal with me, but it is. Maybe that's the hook. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's the reason it's sticking with me so much is because that's the hook. Could be. I don't see it being the hook. But maybe it is. It's the only explanation I can think of. It's weird, man. It's weird. Anyway, let's finish this out and we'll get to the review.
This church goes on. This church goes frantic.
So you would think that would be the hook right here. Okay. I thought they were going to start to slow down. Opposite. They go to a 6/4. Huh.
I'm seeing anger, Frantic. Thank you.
What did he say?
Frantic. St. Anger, Frantic. Thank you.
I think he said from St. Anger, so this came off the St. Anger album. Okay. I think that's what he said. I'm pretty sure that's what he said. Interesting. Yeah, it ends. Okay, cool. Yeah, man. I mean, there was some cool stuff happening in that song, but I mean, for the most part, though, the song was pretty straight ahead. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Metallica with Frantic. This was a request from Metallica Heretru. Oh boy. Okay. I thought about it, and the honest to God truth is, guys, I didn't have to think very long. There really is not a whole lot to talk about in this song. This song's pretty straight ahead. Let me start with the score. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give that an 8.3. Yep, 8.3. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
I'm not going to sit here and say that this is the simplest song I've ever heard from Metallica. That would be far from the truth. But at the same time, it's far, far from the most complex song I've ever heard from Metallica. I've heard far more complex songs than this. Now, this song, in all honesty, guys, by letter of the law, this song was actually pretty straightforward. There were no complex key changes, no complex time signature changes. It stayed in one key the entire time. It didn't even modulate. And that's fine. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Listen, it doesn't have to have a whole bunch of crazy stuff happening into it to make it a great song. I've heard plenty of great songs that don't have complex key changes or complex time signature changes, and they're still great songs. And I would definitely put this up there in that same category. Playing in D flat, C sharp, interesting. You don't hear too many songs in the rock and metal scene in C sharp. You're starting to hear more of it happening in the last, I would say, 10 years. You're starting to hear more of it, and that's because of the addition of the B string. So you have you play 7-string guitars now, right? And even 8-string guitars. So you're starting to be able to play around with that. And even before that, you had the ability to go down and like into drop D and stuff like that. But going into C sharp, and we're talking about a whole nother semitone. You're playing that on a 6-string, you can do it, but it starts to get kind of muddy at that point. With the advent of 7-string guitars and 8-string guitars, it makes it a whole lot easier to go into C sharp. So that's probably what the mindset was when you're writing a song like this, is you want to go lower. Well, now you can. And it sounded really good. I dug it. I think they actually detune down to D sharp. And I mean, there's things you can do. You can work with the action on your bridge. You can raise your bridge slightly, and that would definitely help eliminate some of the fret rattle. I mean, there's always things you can do. If you're using tuning locks, that always helps too. Get rid of a lot of the excess rattle and some of the muddiness. So that's always a big help. So there's that. I mean, that's nothing wrong with that. It's perfectly fine. I dug it. It sounded really good. I think the two biggest things for me on this song was the play with feel. Switching between, okay, now there could be some discussion on this. Was it straight time to halftime, or was it double time to straight time? I'm going to stick with my original assessment of straight time to halftime. And the reason for that is because the song started out. How the song started was at that faster feel, and then they went down into that halftime feel. So to me, that tells me straight time to halftime. Now, I have seen bands start at double time and drop down to straight time. It's weird. It comes down to interpretation more than anything else, but to me, this really felt like straight time to halftime. I like how they were doing it. In particular, I was a big fan of when they would go into that halftime feel. The halftime feel felt great. Now, don't get me wrong. That is not to say that the straight time part was junk. It was garbage. No, it was not. It was equally good. I mean, it was tight. It was aggressive. It was fast. It felt good. I liked the energy. I liked the drive. But there's just something about when they went into that halftime feel, man. God, it felt good. It really did. I kind of was sitting here going, it's number one, it's easier to groove to. You can really get a good headbang going with that. Number two, it just felt more in the pocket. I mean, don't get me wrong, the straight time was tight. It was tight, but when they went into the halftime feel, I think maybe it's because they laid back a little bit possibly, and it just really felt dirty, but it felt tight. It felt like it was absolutely in the pocket and grooving, and I dug it. I absolutely dug it. The other thing that really did this for me was the call and response between the guitar and the vocals, specifically because they had the call happen with the guitar and the response happen with the vocals. You don't see that very often. As a matter of fact, the best of my knowledge, I don't think I've ever seen that done before. I think I've always seen vocal start with the guitar response. And I think this is the first time I've ever seen it done the other way around. That was, I don't know, I can't explain it. Maybe that is the reason why it's sticking with me so well, or maybe it's the hook. Maybe it could very well be the hook. It's the hook for me anyway. I know, listen, I could see the hook being the quote-unquote chorus. I could absolutely see that, okay? And if people say that that is the hook for them, more power to them, and I'm not going to dispute it. I'm not going to disagree with them. All I'm saying is, for me personally, that call and response, that was the hook for me. That's the part I'm going to remember on this song more than anything else. No, this was a great song. A great song. And from what I think James said, I'm like 90% sure James said this came off the Saint Anger album. Interesting. Very interesting. I wonder what the studio version sounds like. I'm going to go check it out. I've already done a reaction to it, so I might as well just go and, listen to the original now. It won't hurt this. So anyway, 8.3, I think it's a great score, and I really feel this is a great song. It really is. And I think that score is absolutely deserving for this song. I think the song absolutely deserves that score. So we're going to stick with it. 8.3, that's where we're at. That's where we're going to stay. So 8.3, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope we all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.